Hey guys, happy Easter. I am painting and finishing up the last of those deep ones figures. I put the second layer of green on these guys, so I painted them black, and then over that went Tamiya black, and then I forget, khaki drab, maybe. Another green over the top of those. Anyway, I'm finishing those up. Thor is taking a nap. And I just thought I would check in real quick, tell you guys about something I recently picked up. So, I have all of Ultra Q, all of Ultraman, all of Ultra 7. I have those all on Blu-ray. I have Giant Robo, which is over here known as Johnny Sacco and his flying robot. I have all of those. I have all of Kamen Rider, the first series, and then Kamen Rider V3, which is the second series. I've got Red Baron, Iron King. I've got a ton of old school tokusatsu television series from like the 1970s that I really enjoy. The last one I picked up was the Toei The Amazing Spider-Man. That is loads of fun. If you guys have never seen that, you should pick that up. Well, I finished Spider-Man, and I was itching for something new, something that I hadn't seen before. And along came Zone Fighter. So Zone Fighter is from 1973, and it's Toho's jump into the giant superhero genre. Ultraman was super successful. You had knockoffs. You had like Spectre Man. You had Giant Robo. You had tons of those types of giant superhero shows on TV at the time, and Toho decided to throw their hat into the ring, and in 1973 they came out with Zone Fighter. He kind of looks like Ultraman a little bit. The awesome thing, and the reason why I got it, is because Godzilla shows up, and this is part of canon. In the Showa series, these episodes count as being part of the canon. So Godzilla shows up. So there's like, okay, there's these bad guys that look like a cross between a skull and a centipede. They have like these big antennas coming off their heads, and they are these nasty bad guys. Yeah, like skulls with big bug antennas. And anyway, they blew up this peaceful planet. I think it's called like Peace Land or something like that. And they blew up the planet, and a bunch of the citizens were able to jump on rocket ships and take off. Kind of like the destruction of Krypton. So there's a family from that other planet living on Earth, and there is an older brother, a younger brother, and a sister. That's them. And he's the Zone Fighter, the big brother. And these two, the younger brother and the sister, they can fly. They've got superpowers too, but they don't turn into a giant karate wielding robot. At least not yet. I don't think they will. I am let's see, I'm halfway through the series, so I haven't finished it yet. But it's super enjoyable. And Godzilla has made an appearance. King Ghidorah has made an appearance. And Gigan is supposed to show up at some time too. I think those are the only Toho monsters that are in this. I mean, from the Godzilla universe. So yeah, Godzilla, Ghidorah, and Gigan. But that's wild. I didn't even know this existed until like a few years ago. I think August Ragoni was telling me about it, and so I checked out. There was a few episodes online, and I saw I think it's episode 5, or maybe it's episode 6. I saw the episode where Godzilla shows up, and he like marches into the battlefield, and they're buddies. They shake hands. It's very cool. Kind of like him and Jet Jaguar, same sort of like buddy cop relationship. But yeah, it's definitely cool. It's pretty wild. The monsters look cool. The bad guys look cool. And like I said, I'm halfway through it, and it's super enjoyable. It only ran 26 episodes, and I got all of them for, I think this was $30 maybe, off of eBay. If you go on eBay and you just type up Zone Fighter, you'll get a bunch of people popping up. And this is the one that I got. And so I recommend Zone Fighter. It's a good time. If you're into those types of shows, which I am very into, and you just can't get enough of 1970s tokusatsu, giant kaiju, rubber-suited superheroes fighting, you should check this out. I mean, as a little kid, the closest we got was in the original Ultraman when Godzilla shows up with that big frill around his neck. I think his name, isn't he Jairus? I think that's his name. And of course, Ultraman rips off that big fin, and we clearly see that it's Godzilla. That was the closest we ever had. But this is officially Godzilla shows up. No extra parts added. He's actually Godzilla. And that's pretty awesome. So yeah, Zone Fighter. Check it out. It's very cool. Hope you guys are having a cool Easter. Like I said, Thor is taking a nap. I took him for a walk down the street to a park. He chased some ducks. Some little fucking yip dog. Some little tiny fucking purse dog was barking at Thor. Some asshole let him off the leash, and he came running up on Thor like he was gonna do something. And Thor put a stop to that shit real quick. I had to pull back because Thor was gonna eat that little fucker like a burrito in one bite. But yeah, now he's all tired out from his adventures at the park. Like I said, I'm painting Lovecraft monsters. And I think in celebration of Easter, we're gonna watch The Wicker Man. I think that's what we're gonna watch, probably in a couple hours. Anyway, I hope you guys are having fun. However you decide to celebrate Easter, whether you're into some pagan goodness like The Wicker Man, or you're into finding candy eggs and stuff. I think that's when I first knew there was some fuckery afoot about that holiday. Is when I started like asking my mom, you know, if Easter is all about Jesus coming back from the dead, how come there's these rabbits? How come there's the Easter bunny? What the hell is that all about? And these eggs and like all the pagan symbolism. I was trying to like put 2 and 2 together, and I wasn't coming up with 4. I was coming up with like 16, and I was like, what's going on? It wasn't till, you know, years later, probably around junior high, when I was able to read into it and find out that it's not actually the Easter bunny, but it's the, you know, the March hare And it's all these early pagan belief systems. And, you know, when Christianity would come rolling along through a society, it would just grab all the pre-existing traditions and folklore and customs of the indigenous people in that region and just transform them into, now it's Christian holidays and Christian deities, and they would just change stuff. That's how we got Halloween and Easter and Christmas too. Christmas has a ton of pagan shit in it too. Anyway, it's very interesting. You guys should check it out sometime. Or not. Just eat a chocolate bunny for me. Have fun. I'm gonna get back to these monsters. Alright guys. Happy Halloween.